Is there really anything to do here? I mean, Knight's sitting here. What's going on, LeBlanc? Captain Schwann! Nah, you got me mixed up with somebody else. I apologize, you are Sir Raven! Plain and simple. There he goes again with a Sir Raven, plain and simple. What's a former elite officer of the Schwann Brigade doing loitering around in a place like this? Ah, well, you see, sir, that is, concise reporting, LeBlanc. Yes, sir! I was agonizing over the future of the Schwann Brigade, sir! I believe that we should go and help fill the ranks of the Schwann Brigade, but other lieutenants claim that we should remain in the capital. With officers paralyzed with hesitation about our next step, the subordinates are losing their faith in us as leaders. I am so ashamed! How can I ever face Captain Schwann like this? And yet, what if he happened to be standing right in front of you? I am so sorry! Rita! Raven? Well, I can't just turn a blind eye to the brigade. It was Schwann who led him into all this. Are you going to gather the members of the Schwann Brigade together and lead them yourself? LeBlanc, is that what you want me to do? Sir, no sir! I do not want to cause trouble for you, Sir Raven. So then, who's going to decide where the brigade will go? Sir, that will be me, sir! I will proudly bear the weight of my responsibility and guidance for my brigade! If you have made your decision, then act on that decision. I'm willing to bet that Schwann would think it's more important to support the Flint Brigade in addition to guarding the castle. Yes, sir! Thank you, sir! Sounds like you gave him some good advice. Nah, Raven just gave him a little push. LeBlanc already knew what he wanted to do. The first time I heard you were actually Captain Schwann, I didn't believe it, but you're just like the rumors said. Just like the rumors said, but not just like you thought Captain Schwann would be? No, that is... I mean... It was the same when Harry and the guild members asked for your help. You really watch out for others, don't you, old man? Nah, I listened to what LeBlanc had to say. That's all I did. Oh, is somebody embarrassed? Ah, Judith, baby, cut old Raven some slack, would ya? You helping people out without pampering them? That's tough. I wonder if I'll ever be like you, Raven. Putting old Raven up on a pedestal won't get you anywhere in life, kid. Lots of people respect and admire Captain Schwann, so I don't think you really have to deny everything about him. I can't argue with such a pretty girl. Raven earned the Imperial Knights Captain title, which is possibly my favorite title for him. Let me see. Imperial Knights Captain. Yes. I'm sorry, that's just... I just really like that outfit. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's the hair. But I just really like this outfit. Is there anything to see here? Not really. You? Not really. Okay. I'm gonna go see this shop real quick, even though there's nothing to buy. Alright. That seems about it. There's actually a lot more to buy than I was expecting. Ah, you there, in the back. Yes, you! I've been looking for you. Is this a friend of yours? I don't exactly have very many nobles for friends, present company accepted, of course. You've got a bounty on you, right? It looks like you got another fan, Yuri. Let's get out of here. No, please, wait! I'm not going to turn you in. Please, listen to what I have to say. The Imperial Knights will show up if he keeps yelling like that. I know, look, I'll hear you out. Just keep your voice down. Yes, of course, I'm sorry. My name is Shell. And you would be Yuri? In the flesh. Actually, I've come to you precisely because of your bounty. Please, could you find my brother? What does Yuri's bounty have to do with your brother? Well, my brother just can't let criminals go, so I thought that with a bounty on your head. So, to get this straight, you want to use Yuri as bait to lure your brother out into the open. That's a bit harsh way of saying it, but essentially yes. Sorry, find yourself another sucker. Yuri, wait. You haven't been able to find your brother? No, I haven't heard from him ever since he left the capital 3 years ago. He left on a journey to do great deeds and become famous. He used to be in the Knights, but he couldn't get famous even after many brave deeds. Yeah, unless your superior officers happen to be really nice, they'll take all the credit for anything you do. Why was your brother so concerned about making a name for himself? His girlfriend's father said that he wouldn't allow their marriage unless he became famous. He told him, "The man who marries my daughter must be known throughout the world for his righteous deeds." So then, what is your brother's girlfriend doing now? She's still waiting for him to return. Her father has since passed away, so there's no one left to oppose their marriage. So if your brother comes back, they can get married. Yuri? Here we go again. There's no guarantee that he won't try to kill me. I would even be happy with just some information about my brother's whereabouts. His name is Clay. Clay, got it. We'll look for him. I have a feeling I should have done that a little bit earlier. Like, a lot earlier. Like, I'm not entirely sure why I haven't done that already. Were we supposed to head into the castle? That cutscene with Judith kind of confused me. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. Let's see what this guy has to say. Ah, come on, wait for me! All of you, wait here! Huh? I mean, that's fine, but I'm going to go with you. No, you wait here too! If you and Judith go alone, you'll be captured in no time. You should give Judy and Rita more credit than that, don't you think? But it would be so much easier if they didn't have to worry about being stopped by guards. Judith, wait for us! No, don't come with us. Well then. That's what Yuri says. Yuri, where are you going? Oh, just for a walk. Are you really going to destroy it? Like Yuri said, no matter how much people swear that they're not going to use Blastia, the temptation is too great. Someone will inevitably show up who wants to use it again. So that's why we have to make absolutely sure that it will never be able to function again. I see. I guess there's no other choice than to destroy it. That's not true, actually. Really? If we take away the Blastia's core, it won't be able to be used. So we can take the core out and then use spirit conversion on it. Then we'll be in the clear. But isn't that stealing? Yes, it is. That's why we wanted to do this ourselves. No, I think at this point, our only choice is to make Estelle an accomplice. What? To make it so they don't know we've taken the core, we should really tear up the warehouse and everything around it. They won't notice the core's missing in all the mess. What do you think? Good idea. Maybe we can put some scratches on the Blastia body as well. I guess this is the only way we can do it. I have to say, I was quite pleased that you figured out my plan so quickly. What are you saying? It was a cinch to see what you were thinking of doing. You were trying not to involve Estelle and everyone else, right? Though I guess there's not much point in that anymore. I'm sorry. Come on, you didn't have to go through all that trouble. Could get things done a lot easier if you just tell Flynn and His Royal Highness. Do you want to go in there with us too? Huh? Is someone there? Oops, I think that's my cue to exit stage right. Now that we're all here, let's go do a bang-up job! Yuri. What is all this commotion? Top of the morning to you, gentlemen. Yuri Lowell! You were no doubt behind all of this. Yet again, I say! Maybe I am indeed. What? Yuri, you mean... Ugh, how insolent! You're under arrest! Hey, Carol, old man, let's get out of here. Huh? Got everything taken care of? Yes, thanks to you. Rita, what's in that bag? Nothing at all! You can tell him we're all accomplices to core theft now. What do you mean, theft? Wait, you knew? Ah, I see. That's a Blastia core then. How the heck did I become a thief without even realizing it? I'm sorry, Carol. Let's get out of here before LeBlanc comes back. Judith. That is, thank you for not destroying that Blastia. Oh, a surprising bit of humility coming from you. But why did you do it? You didn't have any trouble destroying Blastia before now. I just wanted you to like me. No way! You're joking, right? Baka? Yes. You... When I was by myself, the only way I could stop them was by destroying them. But now I know that there are different ways of taking care of the Blastia, when I'm with friends. I can count on you, right? Sure. Well, that was interesting. Also something I probably should have done about 60 years ago. Is there anything else that we should do here? Probably just run out through the Noble's Quarter, whatever this is called. Head on out. Actually started a scene that I thought that I had completely missed, so that's kind of cool. Ah, Yuri, have you found any clues as to my brother's whereabouts? No, nothing yet. I see. It's pretty hard to look for him when all we have is named Clay to go by. Well then, please go and meet Loon. She's my brother's girlfriend. You should be able to find her with the children in the citizens' quarter. Okay, let's go have a look. Right, so, there was more to do with that shell guy. I'm gonna head down to the public quarter and go check that out. Can't go that way. I have not done this quest before, so this is all new to me. Let's see what we get out of it, if anything. Alright, we need a lady with some kids, and I think she's on a bench. And that looks like her. Oh, Yuri! Fancy seeing you here! I could say the same for you. I wouldn't have ever expected to see you together with a noblewoman. This is Miss Loon. She comes and reads books to the kids every now and then. Ah, so you're Loon. How did you know my name? Ted just told me. Shell told me about you. Oh, I see. The children have told me quite a few things about you too, Yuri. Looks like you're the talk of the capital. Eh. What can I do for you? I was wondering if you'd be able to tell me how I could find your boyfriend, Clay. I just butchered that line. You're looking for Clay? Shell asked you to do this, didn't he? Yes, we'll find him for you, I promise. Just be patient. Thank you, but you needn't try too hard. I'd be glad if Clay came back, but I'm happy enough as it is. Are you sure? Yes, now that I know how nice it is to have someone who's always there for me. I see. But I'm very thankful for your kindness. Ah, yes, Yuri, you're a swordsman, correct? Perhaps you could use this. This book was my father's. He was a famous swordsman with the Imperial Knights. He had many disciples, but none of them were able to master this technique. What do you think? Can you do it? Maybe like this. That's our Yuri! Wow, got it on your first try. That's amazing. You surely have a rare gift with a sword, Yuri. And your axe. Nah, it's nothing. No, it's very impressive for you to have succeeded where all of his disciples failed. As a show of my gratitude for your kindness, you may have this book. I hope that it will be useful to you. Yuri learned Tiger Blade. You really think it's okay if we don't look for Clay? I don't know. Shell seemed pretty worried about him. Let's search for him a little more. And Kingdom Celeb. Yeah, that is a really old quest. We should have had that Tiger Blade art really early. But we want to head to Nordpolica. But we got a few things to do between now and then. So I will see you at the next city that we're heading to. Welcome to Halure. We got a couple of things we can do here. I actually stopped in here a little while ago and picked up some supplies, but I never actually finished this quest. which is up here. And I don't think there's too much left to do in it. Let's talk to these kids. Hey, it's the healer girl! Hi! The tree's flowers look as red as ever. Too bad about that bride's curse. I'm pretty sure that's wrong, Yuri. Wrong? What's wrong? This veil, it told me. Once upon a time, there lived a kind-hearted prince named Jar. He adored flowers and insects, and he loved the moon, the sun, and the stars up in the sky. One day, Jar found a seed. He took that seed to the top of a great hill and planted it there. In time, the seed sprouted and became a long, thin trunk of a tree, but its flowers did not bloom. The impatient Prime Minister said, "What's the point if it won't bloom? Cut it down!" But Jar replied, "Even if it doesn't bloom, it's putting all of its effort into growing. Cutting it down would be a terrible thing to do." Hearing this, the tree took the form of a young woman and appeared before Jar. He instantly fell in love with her white skin and beautiful figure. On a moonlit night, he asked her to marry him. After their wedding, the two of them were as happy as can be. But the Prime Minister, angry that the prince had married the maiden, had her cruelly cast out of the castle. Jar was so sad that he shut himself up in the castle. Day and night he cried, unable to think of anything but his lost love. The maiden learned of this and stretched her trunk and branches until several pure white flowers bloomed from their tips. Jar saw this from the castle window and stopped crying. He went outside for the first time since his maiden had gone. Sitting beneath the newly bloomed flowers, he heard the maiden's voice. "Don't cry. You'll always be able to find me here." It was then that Jar realized that his love had actually been the tree, transformed into a fair maiden. When he gently kissed the bark of the tree he had loved, all of its flowers turned to a bright red. And that is why this tree's flowers symbolize eternal love, permanent and unchanging. Wow, so that's why the flowers are red. So that's the real story. Miss, thank you for the wonderful story. No, it was my pleasure. You should tell that story to the mayor, too. Wow, I didn't know about all that, Estelle. Yeah, when did you find all that out? Well, I didn't find out about it exactly. I sort of made it up. But you said the veil told you. That was a lie. I'm sorry. I was just looking at this veil and the story came to me all of a sudden. Wow, Estelle, you have a real talent for making up stories. A hidden talent, huh? Will wonders never cease. Oh, You ever think about becoming a writer of children's stories? Not really. You can't force her into something like that. After all, Estelle, you were the princess. Yes, that's true. Children's stories. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to at least give it some thought, right? The Fairy Tale Weaver title.